Oh yeah. Unale we pledge with love and loyalty to we sweet, sweet mama salute. Now we all come together as well. For tomorrow, now we go make salute.
Yes, family owner, welcome back to yet another very important segment where they come through the Talking Point platform. My name is Mohamed Kago, and today on the 7th of October 2021. In the program, we get three main items where we get for can deliberate on. The first, we want to come up with a very sensitive issue where we see the ACC boss of recent time, they like penetrate more of attention towards the opposition. We see then this year, the ACC invites Dr. Samura, KAMARA. And secondly, we get a very good news. Salon finally, they don't put we na the list of amber. Now, Sierra Leone is starting from Monday. Then go na England without being quarantined, just like the previous restriction they put. So now good news for we as a country. And again, just for update to now, Leon start on beat Sudan, why not? And with all this, and we'll get an opportunity for making a comment and just write them peacefully and respectfully without any sort of like using any abusive words, because we get some complaint at that time. All right, we can shortly.
Talking Point platform for news every day. Now we country salute for education, entertainment, political affairs, TV. We got enough Tanga one inside Sierra Leone, like a big quantity. We breeze not a shit, TV.
So, family, yes, again, let me start first. One of the most, this is just coming and a very important, a very important news for the country. As now be understand back then, Salona be among the 47 countries where UK put under the red list, and that will prevent Sierra Leoneans from travel. And even if you come up from travel, you get for the under approved government hotel for like 11 days, and you will pay nearly $3,000, when like £2,285. And this gets a lot of disadvantage for a country like we, because we don't say we get boku for people, and they apart from there we get business people who want to come back and forth. So with that restriction, we'll not be able to get a breakthrough boku activities. But finally, from what we get now, Salon finally starting from Monday, as 4 a.m. on Monday, 47 countries there. Then we'll remove them from the list, and Salon they among them. So meaning travelers there, where they come out from Salon, where they go inside UK, they are no longer going to be quarantined, and they're not going to spend 11 nights again. So this is very, very important. Now, good news for we, and we hope and pray say the authorities them go do the needful for protect we even more, because if the cases have continued for rise without any reasons, definitely we will get some other restriction from other parts of the world. So for us now, very good news. Now that make a try for put on first, even though this news just coming. Now, let me go to the other part of the news where we come up with. Why we bring on this? Because they try to make things very clear. The SEC, they set down for fight corruption. Where every Salomon, we know say this na part of we politicians, and they're highly corrupt. So therefore, we need a body for at least they curb some of that, and that appetite for thief Salomon. But we see the institution of recent time, but don't polarize, and to the point that even when we want for let the SEC fight for we're not able to get the genuinity, the sincerity. The SEC not for be a political tool, that is one. The SEC not for be selective in their justice, in their investigation, or even seeking justice. The SEC for be impartial, because one force now salon people and the phone now. But I make many times we don't took Canadian program here. See, the SEC will never become independent. Never. All the way to the season as alone, not just anki panky, not just we don't not child play. I'm telling you, not just a toy. Because as long as the SEC is appointed by the president, we'll see a control or direction they always come from. Particularly when if the president or the person in authority want use the power for intimidating opposition. This is not about Madabi alone. Any other person when they come as president, even we change 10, 20 presidents, as long as the president now they appoint the ACC, Salon people and Allah will stop for the dream. Lord, we know our books will get an impartial, injustice, a free and fair ACC. No. Because at the end of the day, you know go against the boss. Ben Kaifala, na President Bio appointed. So therefore, even though yes, they say they work for Salo, but now he answerable directly to Bio. He answerable to President Bio. One morning, President Bio go just wake up say Ben Kaifala, I don't want you. He's gone. So that is why, you know, even sometimes. Even if you want blame and say Ben Kaifala and they do much, you know, they prosecute the current officials in the country. You go and remember back say, even if this guy they go against you are doing job, but if you get a hand, if they time and be any back or they get instruction from the above, say no, that's just a waste of time. That I make if we want fight corruption seriously, we for make sure say we as Sierra Leone we team up. We beg parliamentarians. Now, of recent time, we even see again where we more than $3 million, the transfer bill na US, we headed by the Ali Kaba, when the ambassador na Egypt. With all the investigation, we see by the SEC still go ahead and try to get the opposition inside, even though this was not entirely meant for the opposition. I mean, and notably, Samura was called an interview. Now, we know the care for can't condemn or defend anybody. We try to talk about how difficult the work of the SEC is. And now we don't expect say anything substantial different from what you think will happen. No. Because the outgoing US ambassador, we don't want Salon people. In fact, if you don't want the government, say, in as much as the government they do very well in the fight against corruption, but enough for concentrate their attention on the opposition. Take a listen. Waiting EBC.
You know, a focus has been very helpful. They have taken on the anti-trafficking in persons issues. So I think that there are a lot of things that they're doing very well. You know, we certainly would encourage them to do more in the anti-corruption, as we've said, again, privately and publicly. We can only really judge their anti-corruption measures when they turn the focus inward, not just at the previous administration when they look at themselves. And I think they're hearing that. Again, we're seeing actions very recently that show that they are taking that on. But, you know, it's easy your first year anti-corruption because you're looking at the former administration. It's years 2 and 3 that you really have to, you know, consider, you know, are you truly committed, or is it just a way to punish the old guys?
And which one is the bad points? Good.
All right, Famul, that was the outgoing U.S. ambassador. Will be the one advise the president, the government entirely say the fight against corruption is not enough to be selective. Now look at waiting happening of recent time where there was an allegation of $3 million where the SEC always no time for invite the then flag bearer winner Samura. Let me see if we play this clip here. Let us listen to which will be time for build up. All right, we get small hold up on this. Let me just play the recent time. Samura go answer the invitation of the ACC, and after that, he address him supporters. And take a look.
You go want some. You go want some. You go one time. Eh? You go one time. Oh yeah. APC now. APC now. APC now. Now the. As soon as they see the crowd, they all go welcome Dr. Samura Kamara, where they come on at ACC, as they go, and they by Battle Street, they can't check Civil Street for go, and host, as they come on ACC, they call them for go interview, just don't come on there. You go one time. You go one time. There is victory for us in the struggles of ABC. There is victory for us. Oh yeah, us, oh yeah. In the struggles of ABC, there is Dr. Samura Kamara don't come and they can't talk to and support them. Listen. Dr. Samura Kamara, they can't talk to his supporter there now. As now they today, oh, Samura Kamara, God bless you. Me, Samura Kamara. The age I don't do so now, so I don't do so now. The achieve what I don't achieve in this country. Everybody for gambling, Miss Mikalaxa. Dr. Samura Kamara talk. Nobody, no man, born of a man and a woman who can sit down and invoke me again the hour. I'm facing God, now he sent me for God to perform a special function. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you, Samura Kamara. Long life, long life. I'm glad he won't come. Because at the time them go on the inside, they say you don't have any sound when you walk out of the pan and that's one reason. I say, self, you commissioner, when you start. Una for big class, una for one little with the collar, on the inside, and then the collar. Yeah. For me, now God pick it. I need this country for please other person at the own instrument. For work from answer to some, me, una not very good. Then they ask me, what's the answer? I say, una know the answer, una know the answer. For me, Samura Kamara, anybody who can fantasy me image to go down hold on, take 2 minutes.
Yes, family, that was the clip where Dr. Samura be the address and supporters. Now, let's make something very clear here. Now, we don't know. The reason why we take this very sensitive, SLPP just lost election, now KOINADUGU. And we see immediately after that, because there was a tension, we kind of play those clips. So we even come up with the clip of Charles, the new, that is the National Election Watch person. We can't blame the ruling government of being interference of disturbing the election. We see the tension we build up. We see them vandalize police stations and burn ballot papers. It was chaotic anyway. But the thing is, we understand that in Africa, politicians always use different tools for punish their opponents there. So we don't know actually if, because of SLPP lost election, now that maybe they invite Dr. Samura for go answer ACC, because it's the timing that I make when they say the SEC for be entirely independent and not for their own politics. We're not there for supporting a corrupt politician. No, we're not there for defending a corrupt politician. In fact, we support the crusade against corruption in the country. But the problem we'll get, we want the institutions function well. The SEC for be a body where for cut across all tribes, all religion, all politics. Enough for be, I mean, look, it's all timing. Like what I can say, if a monkey pass, if a monkey jump or he pass some side, corn broke, corn for them, then go accuse the corn. I mean, then go accuse the monkey. They just lost election. Quickly, they invite they invite Dr. Samura. We know say yes, the COI, that the Commission of Inquiry, we name Samura as one of the people that we're supposed to pay all this stuff. We know that. But again, we look at the timing. So now I would ask how genuine, how sincere. And again, me, I don't talk at plenty. Thank you. We don't talk on and people in back with sound mind don't talk on the same. We're not going to ever get a complete, free, fair, impartial anti-corruption boss, except we put a very strong, heavy-handed recommendation, or even if we need for even come out and demonstrate to parliamentarians, therefore pull the clause where give the power to the president for appoint the SEC boss, because we waste time. Look at waiting the outgoing ambassador, U.S. ambassador, waiting a talk. Because what you don't see, a free center, we see what it don't take place. Now, this guy then just lost election. Now we see this man again, I don't call her. I mean, it's some people and within the line then go answer, say, okay, maybe not political intimidation, or maybe for softening their heart, or just for telling them, say, hey, we still got to know, not forget the COI. If you didn't, when I name them, so at any time, if we are not cool down, because the momentum they build, the opposition they build strong momentum right now, based on the current trend in social media, even in the ground. So maybe the governments want to use this as a card for let them play and see how they will at least just have some sort of maybe psychological trauma, or even may just reduce the aspiration or even the strength of the opposition. So now that make it come, we don't want anything for to destabilize the country. Say what you may, APC are the main opposition party in the country. If we therefore go with waiting and say, according to the ACC, within the COI state, and get people away the name for go through the due process, let that completely because of the recommendation, not because of the current government. They see the opposition, they can make strikes, they can gain momentum, then they use some tactics. And tactics, some of the tactics, and they go backfire. And we see people and salon people and they will be say, no, still not get sense for faith for politicians. Then go length and breadth. You are but even some of the guys and they tell you say, would they die for die? This is unfortunate for youth man and is even at this age, at this time, 2021, youth man they say would for die, they die for politicians, for God's sake. But this is how we are, and these politicians and they know how for twist and turn way. So if we not be careful, we not come up with them for help for sensitize with Sierra Leonean brothers, we will go for blame ourselves. I like you this salon, this salon, we all are Sierra Leoneans. But right of us, okay, we're not in a salon, they are bored. Okay, let them try it. But indirectly, they affect we and our country. We want for peace, transparency, and accountability. Progress take place in our country day, and advocacy in a one way. Now I welcome Dr. Alpha. You just joined in at the program. So what now you take this on this how we connect the loss way SLPP loss on the KOINADUGU election. Quickly, they invite Dr. Samura come now ACC. I know say them be get case against the COI be recommend certain things. What do you feel? What's your personal opinion based on the timing?
well, Salon, I'll try as best as possible not forgive me personal opinion, but rather waiting logic make of it. I cannot say whether it's a coincidence or na a reminder. Say, hey, una no overdo. So I cannot say that. But maybe because the scenario then different, to be honest. It can probably be say maybe them been done invite them who no knows, and to be honest, I no preview of any statement of Samura KAMARA with regards to the invitation within GAM. So I no preview towards the timing if maybe probably now immediately after the election results are out. They invite them, or maybe the invitation been done go before. But what I go say rather, I would always want echo say, if we not get a genuine fight against corruption as alone, then it get for always be tit for tat, in which no one person or no one party no go ever last na power forever. Those days are gone. Yeah. And Salon not in this generation, or maybe probably in the next generation, we go ever get maybe one party state again. It's not possible. Yeah. We get multi-party democracy, and we see slowly but surely we see C4C, then CAM, NGC, independent. So with time, the emergence of technology and other things, they reach out to people and make sure say people and they wake up and they know the ideas of waiting the benefits them. So I believe say if anybody wants to use corruption as a tool for go after oppositions or opponents, it's not going to work for long because things can change at any time. And even the ordinary people out there, they see. Because at the end of the day, if Namami lack basic necessities, them and say we are blessed with resources then as alone, and foreign aids them also they come, but they change people in life. Obviously, people are going to say there is something wrong, corruption is taking place. Why has people not been held accountable, or why Mr. Soso and X has been you chase Mr. Soso and X, but you left or exonerate Soso and so person. But all in all, I believe say corruption na something we not for look for color, green, blue, yellow, white. Anywhere where corruption leads, be it opposition and be it ruling party, make sure say the person anybody we found wanting them pay back within them don't thief from the Sierra Leonean people. So I mean now that me take what I go say there people them start for fight corruption genuinely embodying the horizon, rather using it as a form of witch hunts when you get when you do in position of power, where obviously bound for last. Hands will always change. Party will always change in power.
All right, thank you very much. So anyway, we want to play some clip then but to get some technical problems regarding Guinea the issue. As we understand, Colonel Mamadou Doumbouya don't name a prime minister. We really want to bring on the clip. Unfortunately, not able to play right now. We don't know what's happening. And again, even Leo started and draw with Sudan. We also want to play the clip, but unfortunately, but of course, when I don't get this, when I don't get that message, Leo start draw. The day right now in Morocco try for play some friendly, which is very good. At least for who get a new environment, new atmosphere, a new experience, and I go re-energize the guys and the boys and we one believe say come 2022 Yaoundé, Cameroon, we will do something massive. It's been long. So so much not again for True Light. We just want stop here. If you get anything for add, you can add based on this trips.
Well, I will just echo the same points them way you do already echo. It's time youth man them especially make sure say nobody no use we for their own gains. You understand? Certain things that will happen KOINADUGU and so many other by elections them they're very, very unfortunate. If you get for go sell, go sell. If you get for go school, go school. If you get for go vote, and make sure say you go back now peacefully. Not make any politician go use you kill another person or disrupt people and businesses, or even at that point where you go for go cause boss, you self go get injury or go down or go lost your life. May God forbid. So Lord, we as youth man we get for wise up and make sure say nobody no use we. But we for always value, we vote not for the polo, t-shirt or whatever politicians go come. We value, we one vote we will get, and by that way we will always hold them accountable and make the politicians them become less corrupt, in which then will deliver for we and make Salone a better place.
All right, thank you very much. So family, this is very short. For long as I've just know what's in the happy along the line. Very helpful. On Saturday, we'll be bringing another very interesting program. We also hope say with technical team, we don't fix some of these issues when it comes to playing some of these videos. All right, until then, bye-bye.